Hey guys, so today I'm going to talk about the Athleanx live event, which I did the extreme challenge on Saturday, and I'm 220 pounds, so this was really freaking hard. It was 25 dead hang pronated pull-ups to start out, 50 cone hops, which it was more of like a bar that you jumped over, sideways hops. Then you had a 100-pound suitcase kettlebell farmer carry, which, I thought I was going to smoke this. I didn't think it'd be that bad. But honestly, being that tired at that point, it was pretty dang hard. So we had to do that down and back on the tennis court. And then we went to a 50-pound medicine ball chest pass down and back on the tennis court, which was also pretty tiring. And then after that, we had 75 hand release push-ups. So what made the push-ups so difficult was you had to lift your hands completely off the ground on each rep. So every single rep, I had to lift my hands off the ground. And at that point, I only got to 35. I was supposed to do 75, and then the time ran out. So you had 8 minutes to do this, 8 minutes to do all this. And then after the 75 push-ups, you were supposed to do 100 jump ropes. All that in under 8 minutes, really tough. So obviously, I ran out of time on that. The ones that really got me were the pull-ups and the push-ups. The pull-ups were not bad for the first 18 or so. And then the last 7 just about killed me. So that's where being a heavier guy was a huge disadvantage. And there were probably 2 guys heavier than me. I know one guy was 235 and there was another guy, and neither one of them made it very far either. So honestly, there were probably 20 people who did the extreme challenge. There were 3 levels. There was level 1, level 2, and then the extreme level, level 3. And I probably placed in the 25th percentile. Literally probably 75% of that group of 20 did better than me, but I was also one of the heavier guys. I was one of the 3 heaviest. And the guys who won, there were 5 guys who made it, 5 out of the 20 who made it out of the course, because at the end of the 8 minutes, if you made it out of the tennis court where you completed it in under 8 minutes, you had to do a 300-yard hill sprint. So it was down and back up the hill twice. So 5 people out of the 20 made it out. And most of those guys were about 200 pounds, but the winner, he was probably $160, $170. So it definitely favored lighter people. The heavier guys had a much harder time because just trying to do 25 dead hang pronated pull-ups with your chin over the bar and then trying to do 75 hand release push-ups is really tough. So we were at a huge disadvantage as far as that goes. But I hadn't trained with any of these events. I hadn't been doing pull-ups at all. I hadn't been doing push-ups, none of that stuff. So I think if I had a couple months to prepare, I probably could have made it out of the tennis court. I don't think I would have won because I think I would have had to be lighter. But props to all the people who did really well. And there were a lot of good performances. But it was crazy because I was one of the last people to go. And I saw people throwing up afterward. I mean, people just grimacing in the ground, dying. The bodies were dropping all around me after this. So it was really freaking hard. This is the closest I've come to doing a CrossFit thing. Because this was kind of more so CrossFit, but more body weight. There weren't deadlifts and stuff or stuff like that, which I think I would have done better in. This was very body weight dependent. So the pull-ups and the push-ups were just a killer and pretty much eliminated any shot I would have had to place higher. I would have had to be lighter to do well. So it was really fun. It was a really unique challenge. It's something I'd want to do again. I'd love to go out there next year and having trained for it for a couple of months, give it another crack. Because, there's going to be some changes to it, obviously, but it'll be pretty similar. Every year it's going to be pretty similar. But the pull-ups and push-ups, rough being 220 pounds. But yeah, I'm going to show some footage here in a sec, guys, of the event. And I filmed the whole thing. I sped a lot of it up because I don't think anybody wants to watch all 8 minutes in real time. But I did my best with it. This was completely one of those things. I don't think in all the years of the Athleanx Live event, the Athleanx Games, I don't think one of the coaches or speakers has done the actual course. So I think, don't mark my word on this, I think I was the first coach/speaker to come out there and actually jump into the games with everybody else and give it a shot. So it's one of those things, I just want to try it. I was out there the whole weekend. I was learning from all these guys, Jeff Huberman, Matt Wenning, Tony Blauer, Gunnar Peterson, like listening to all these guys talk, it was awesome. Ellen Aragon, these are big names. So I was out there to learn just like everyone else. And I was out there to just have fun and experience the whole weekend just as everybody else was. So it was cool to kind of just immerse myself in the whole event and just, you know, be like anybody else and enjoy it and do the best I could. So definitely had a lot of fun. It's something I would love to do again. And then I coached for 3 hours, walked everybody through the main lifts, broke down people's form, taught them low bar and hook grip deadlifts and all that sort of stuff. It was a great time. So, you know, hopefully I can come back next year and do it again because I had a blast. Like, I love hanging out with those guys, Jesse, Jeff, Mansoor, all the speakers. It was great. So, but yeah, I'm going to show the footage here in a sec, and I appreciate you guys watching the video. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. It'll help my channel grow, which I appreciate big time. And let me know what you guys think.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up, Pete. Keep your head up. Head up.
Finish strong! Finish strong, buddy! Finish strong! 15 seconds, Pete. Got this. Go! Everything you got. Come on, keep going. Finish strong! Finish strong! Give me two more! One more! Go, Pete. Way to be.
Let's get a smile. Let's get a smile.
Way to go, Pete.
Take it, team.
Some of endurance, like a man.
Good job.
Hey, good job.
Fantastic, Pete.
I'm impressed that you even stepped out there.
Yeah. Jeff versus Jesse. Jeff versus Jesse.
Good job, dude. That was awesome. You did
In the
awesome.
cage.
Only one can leave. Come on.
Awesome job. That's tough.
Celebrity death.
Hey.